Hi, welcome back to my channel, Uniquely Reagan Handcrafted Cards. I'm Reagan. Somehow I lost the first part of this footage where I was telling you what I was doing. So as I'm cutting this out, let me tell you what's happening. I'm cutting out my printable from LV Handcrafted called Steampunk Gears. I got the printable from LV Handcrafted website. I'm going to use the Easy Wonder die number 3 from the Not2Shabby Shop that was created by Len at LV Handcrafted, along with the coordinating die set for Easy Wonder die number 3 to cut out all of the elements for the printable. That will allow me to cut out the postage grid and all of the postage stamps that are on the printable. And so I'm going to cut those out, and then all of the other items on the extra 2 sheets that come in the printable. And so let me get that done, and then I'll come right back to you. I have cut up or die cut all of the pieces from the 3 pages of printables that I got from LV Handcrafted. This is the postage grid die, and all of the little pieces that came from that postage grid die. These are the pages that came from that and the extras, and then the pages with the 2 card panels up at the top. I cut those into card panels, and so these 2, they're 4 by 5 1/4. So these are 1 piece here, 2 card panels, and here is the other into another 2 card panels. And then the pieces that were at the bottom, I just took a pair of scissors and cut away all the extras. So I'm going to toss all of these pieces in the trash. And what I'm going to do with these pieces to try to distress the edges here is just take my walnut stain, distress ink, and get my blending brush, push all of these pieces to the side. I did save the excess from the card panels. I might be able to use these pieces on the inside. I didn't toss these away. I'm going to save those. But what I'm going to do with these pieces, I'm just going to mask the white that I didn't cut away the entire postage grid. I want to, like here, that's really obvious here. I want to kind of distress that piece. And so I'm just going to get the silicone mat here. And get my blending brush. So I've created 8 card bases here out of some black heavyweight cardstock. They are 11 inches, cut in half at 4 1/4, and scored in half at 5 1/2 here. So they're 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I have 8 card bases here. So I am going to take the card fronts that I've got here, and I'm going to create some cards using all of the elements that I've got from the printables. I also have the postage grid that I cut out with the 6 by 6 postage grid Easy Wonder die number 3. I cut out one from some just card stock, And I also used the add-on dies to cut some layering pieces just from some scrap paper that I had in my stash out of a couple different colors here that I can use to layer behind some of these pieces here, just like this. And I chose some of the colors that are in some of these pieces here. So there's some pinks and there's blue. So here's a nice blue color. Let's see. There's a nice blue. So that will layer very nicely there. And then that blue looks nice against there. And then we have some red color. And then that will layer against the red here. All different kinds here. So we've got all of that. And now that I have a big mess, let me get some of the cards put together. I'm going to put you on fast forward while you watch me do that. And then I'll come back with some sentiments. I have a stacking die set, coordinating die set with LV handcrafted and sold at the Not2Shabby Shop with the Ultimate Sentiments Birthday die and coordinating die set. This one's Happy Birthday with a variety of sentiments, and so you stamp once and you get a whole bunch of birthday sentiments that you can cut one time and cut with the coordinating die. So I love stacked sentiments like that. So let me get to putting some cards together, and I'm going to put you on fast forward while you watch me do that. Have fun watching. Thank you for joining me. Okay, I've cut out all my sentiments from the Ultimate Sentiments Birthday with the coordinating die set. And so I've reduced the Stack Sentiment Ultimate Sentiments Birthday. I stamped and cut 3 of those, along with a whole bunch of the sentiments that say Happy Birthday. And I'm going to trim a couple of these out by hand. I did not leave enough room for the largest die in the set to get around a couple of these. So I'm going to trim those out by hand just because it cut off the stitched around that part. So, and I want a couple of just more masculine rather than the scalloped border on a couple of these. So I'm going to put those things away, and I just wanted to show you how that cut out, and this was what's left from that Ultimate Coordinating die here. So I'm going to put everything away. Through these cards that I have finished, I went through and put some flat back pearls on a couple of these. This one says happy birthday, here's to your next chapter, and I used from LV Handcrafted, her printables, Steampunk Gears, and these are on her website, LV Handcrafted, and I printed all of her printables and an extra sheet. And so I went back and cut up that extra sheet that I had. It didn't have as much vibrancy as the original pages that I printed out, and so I needed a couple extra backgrounds, so that's why I went ahead and printed it out. And I still have a couple of the postage stamps from that extra sheet, so I could even do an extra couple of cards if I wanted to do a couple more. But I think that these cards turned out beautiful, and I love how everything came together, and I even love the Stack Sentiment, the Ultimate Sentiment collection from Not2Shabby Shop and LV Handcrafted. I love how they coordinate with this printable set. So it looks great. The only thing I need to do is go back through and add a white piece of paper on the inside of the cards, so there's a place to write out a sentiment on the inside. So let me know in the comments what you think of these cards, how they turned out. I just love how everything came together. And on this card, I put a piece of just plain paper on the outside to act as a background layer, a panel here, and then used one of the Easy Wonder dies, postage grid to cut out a panel here, and then use some of the printables to fill in that postage grid, and made kind of a masculine birthday card here. And here's another birthday card. We're using some of the cutouts from the Easy Wonder die and those printables. And this one uses some of the printables here, and from the Easy Wonder die it has the banner, so I just put it behind there to use as a landing spot. And some of the printables I just backed on some black cardstock from my stash and some scraps to use up those scraps, and also add some layering here just to separate it from the panels in the back. And also I cut out some from the add-on set for Easy Wonder die number 3. I used some scraps to provide some definition or from the Easy Wonder dies, the stamps here. And this one is kind of a scrappy card, and I didn't have enough of the blue because I'd used it on some other cards, so I just kind of pieced it together here on the Easy Wonder die number 3 postage grid. And I think that came together really nicely. I like how it turned out. And this is my favorite card, I think. I love the butterfly in this printable. Your happy birthday, your vintage. Let's label you by year. That's a really beautiful card. I love this one too. I like how that comes together. On this one, I put that red behind it because she's got a rose behind her ear in her hair. And I love the hot air balloon and the dragonflies and the butterfly here. So it comes together nicely. And this is how I'll put that white piece of paper on the inside of all these cards. So I love how all the cards came together. They're just beautiful. This Steampunk Gears printable set is so beautiful. So let me know what you think of all these cards. They turned out beautiful. I love how they came together. And using the Easy Wonder die number 3 makes really for beautiful cards. And you get quite a lot of cards just from a couple sheets of printables. Or if you're using 6x6 pieces of paper, you can make quite a few cards as well. I'm going to put a video at the end of this one that you may enjoy, using another set of 6x6 papers and the Easy Wonder die number 3. So you might like that video. And come back and see me the next time I have a crafty video. I hope that you like this content. If you do, leave a comment at the bottom here. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already doing so. And come back and see me the next time I have a crafty video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!